Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
There's a
And what do you define
dunce.
as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter?
Ichabod, you're
I know what you're
ridiculous.
thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist. And
I'm
they're
gonna
close.
guess he's not
Mr.
killed
Throgmorton,
one
I'm Dr.
vampire.
Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science. Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
I'm a vampire.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The
I
violence
think I'm in front of the
seems
bar right now
endemic
that I
in
was
this
talking
part of
about.
town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Alright, Ichabod. Police vampires have killed Jack Gillingham.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Ichabod, please.
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe
They
me.
can't enter a house without being invited? I've never heard of that in vampire lore.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Vampires need to be invited in. Oh, that's interesting. I never heard of that before. Why would you invite a vampire into your house?
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course.
I guess if you didn't
They're
know if they were a
dedicated hunters.
vampire.
A little
makes sense.
militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
Oh, that's
I
why
did
they use
think
your
about it,
charm.
But I'm more of a
Alright.
silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
Makes more
So you
sense.
hunt alone?
Shows and movies music.
That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Seriously? Got like, what is that? A constitution of 4? How is it I got a 2? How do you, NB, do you know how to level up your mesmerize?
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum.
Oh,
at
I'm
this hour.
further than you?
I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe at least you
scowling
can tell
at me.
who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character.
I'll talk to
If he
Tom.
talks to you, then it's fine by me.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Interesting. It's weird how he hasn't become full skull, too.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Mr. Thogmartin. What an interesting name. Alright, what happened to the guy that was leaning up against the wall over here? I wanted to talk to him. Got some questions. I got distracted by this conversation over here. Oh! Who's that lady? He is, whew, one hot mama. How do I get in your house, ma'am? Right there. Oh, there's two guys over here. Okay. Right. Hey, Ninja, how's it going?
More convenient time.
Wait, what did it say?
I suspect
There's
they would
too many
rather not be
citizens
disturbed
inside.
for now.
Interesting. Muscusi?
Hello, boy.
Mesmerize level increases through main
hello.
quests. Thank you, gamer.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't.
What is this,
I'm
Cole?
a doctor.
From
My name is
Inquisition?
Rufus, so Rufus Kingsbury.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit
Really
of a
starting to
bad
get sucked into the story over here.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
Oh no, you got sick now too, Ninja? I feel like I'm finally getting over my cough. Like, I'm a lot better today.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
It's turned around.
I listen to the news.
I
on
hope
the
you feel
docks,
better soon, though.
And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
Poor kid.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
The Wet Boot Boy sounds like such a silly name for a gang.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any. My parents are dead.
So you have no home. You're sleeping rough.
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets. I have no home.
Silly gangs need silly names. Happy to be clear here, but then again, we're getting hot weather whilst you get the cold. Yeah, it's summer for you right now, isn't it, Talus? Heard they got insane temperatures this summer for you guys. Rufus, I am worried about you.
You should be careful, Rufus. There are things that lurk in the shadows of this city. Things that prey on the lonely and the desperate.
Well, I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Why isn't she letting you live with her? Okay, Stella Fishburne. She's in the house that I can't go into. Rufus. Wait, he's sick? Anemia? Ooh. Everybody's sick here.
Do you know a man who lives in this part of town? A man named Sean Hampton. I'm looking for him.
It's insane. I think I looked it up and it was like 110 or 115 degrees Fahrenheit or some ridiculous
I don't think you
amount.
should talk to him. He may be very
43
sick.
Celsius.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here. The barkeep knows everyone in these parts.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to go to the
So long, Rufus.
to speak with
Be
Tom.
careful. Take care.
Alright, Rufus. Someone leave so I can knock on the door.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed.
It's so creepy how they come around the door.
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Who's like,
The Spanish flu.
Mrs.
That's
Doubtfire.
liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
I'm sorry. Let me in.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne.
I just
And
used some
yes,
Jedi
indeed.
mind trick on her to
Why
let
not
me in her
let the doctor
house.
in?
I don't want to hurt you, Stella. I just want to
On the back of that head, sir.
check out your house.
Targets in these parts.
It's locked, all right.
Can I loot anything in here? Yep.
I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep.
She's saying something. Talking to herself. Oh. Jesus.
Too long, sir. So you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes,
Oh,
among
she's
other
so-
things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son
Sweet.
doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
She seems to have a very large house
Years may have passed,
for times like
but I
this.
haven't forgotten how it
Like
feels
3
to go
huge
through
rooms?
days with nothing but an empty stomach.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East
She must
End,
have money.
but it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know, but it's most likely linked to the gangs if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
What is she? She's healthy.
May I ask?
You know,
what
she's
do
gotta
for a
have
living,
money.
Mrs. Fishburne?
Look at that brooch.
Since my
She's
husband died,
getting away.
I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
Oh, that day.
How do you pay the rent then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
I'm trying to locate Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where he could be?
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint?
That
The
would be
man who
him.
takes care of the homeless?
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
He's gonna end up
Sorry.
eating everyone's face
I don't
off.
know where his shelter is, but if you ask around, I'm sure you'll get your answer.
Well, at least I'm meeting everybody
Goodbye,
before I
Mrs. Fishburne.
go speak with
Take care of
Tom.
yourself.
At the Turquoise Turtle. What a cute little name for a bar.
Just grow eyes on the back of that head, sir.
Alright. Oh, this must be her son. Seymour?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Oh, Lord.
Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm
It's
Dr.
gotta be
Reed.
your son.
I'd like
He's
to
some
ask you some questions.
angry
if-
little man.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
I think I want to spend as little time as possible with you, Seymour.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Oh, I could try and find that.
Sometimes it's hard to be a good son.
I just want her to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Right.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about
He's
someone?
gonna talk about that kid.
No? Hate them all.
Oh.
Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Yep, man. He's kind of
Is
like
there no
hinting
one
at the
who
kid.
deserves your leniency then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
He's awful. I bet you have no friends, Seymour.
Any
He's
chance
gonna be like,
you can
bah.
help me find
I don't know who that
The
is.
sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
Good. All right,
Mr.
goodbye, sir. Bye, dickhead. Rufus. I could just turn you into a vampire. Be better than digging around in the trash. Alright, just making sure I don't miss anybody. There might be... there might be a hideout over here. Here it is. What can we do? I can level up my cudgel. Decrease stamina consumption by 10% or add 3 stun points when the weapon hits. I mean, 10% doesn't seem like a lot, so... Does stun really do much? I feel like stun doesn't really do anything anymore. I just realized there's a delay between the game and my camera. I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go with the increased or enhanced handling. Now I need 3 good handle parts. Ooh. Leveling up. What else? Good. Everyone needs medicine here. Rufus has anemia. Dyson has fatigue. Anemia and fatigue. Let me see if I can make any tonics. Oh, I can. So let's go give this to... Oh. What was his name? Rufus? No, I think it was a different guy. Oh! Oh, Dyson. He was the one that was out here while that whole dialogue was happening.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you
We spoke to him
recognize
earlier. He was just
We
like
met a
the
few months
drunk.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
me? Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Let's give him a medical
Inebriation
checkup.
aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Alright, Dyson.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard
Look
he'd
at
been
his
abducted.
shirt. Why
I
is
don't
it
know
out
if
like
it's
that? It's
Who
not even
could
like there's
tell
a
me
button.
about the sad
It's
saint.
supposed to look too small
Try
for
asking
him.
Tom what's about him.
Surely you must have had dreams
Like,
and expectations when
He's
you were
probably
young.
gonna be drunk every
Like
time we
everybody
see
else.
him.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really
Man, this has
change.
been the stream of
Change
just
for good.
dialogue.
The
a
bigger
couple
the
deaths
dream,
and
the
they're
harder
just-
the fall.
Talking.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Dyson was an impassioned and radical anarchist when younger. He has no social circle.
I want to know more about your
Loser.
past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
I kind of want to ask him, but I also want to
What do you do for a
be
living?
done with this dialogue, man.
I drink.
Especially with him. It's kind of
Drink in the
boring.
morning
I
and
want
at
to go
noon. I drink
fix
at
that
night,
kid.
And then I drink some more.
Where do you get the money?
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am Doc.
It's so weird.
Is there anything in
Yeah, it has a
particular
bar.
you like about this part of town?
That's it.
Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
No reason at all to rejoice, then. Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Okay, go on.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
I'm gonna say new quest.
Is there anything...
How dare...
Why are you so cynical?
Cynicism is the polite way to express despair, Doctor.
Alright.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Goodbye, sir. As he staggers away. Alright, where is this kid at? He was rummaging through the trash over here. Come here. You feel better. Oh wait, did we give that guy medicine?
Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel like a real person.
Give him the medicine. I'm not gonna dangle it in front of his face and be like, I can fix you, but I'm not
Thank
gonna.
You, sir. Thank you.
I don't think I fixed the other guy.
So long, Rufus. Be
And
careful.
he's all happy. Oh, I did recall. Okay. Old Seymour can fuck off. Did I meet everyone in the district now? No. Oh my gosh. 2, 4, 6 more people. Mason, are you peeing? Of course. Alright. I mean, I guess I should just... go in. See what we got here. Anybody else? Tyson? No, just the same 3 people in here. Could speak to you first. She wasn't very nice the first time we spoke to her.
Never. That's a first. Customers who make that much mess rarely come back. Never mind in fancy togs.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Oh, now you're nice.
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
I'm
You
sorry.
look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
Oh. Believes the dogs are dangerous and feels unsafe. She likes Tom, though.
If you're uncertain about your safety here, the docks might not be the right place for you.
I got responsibilities. And it's not like I got the money to move anywhere else anyway.
This place seems...
She looks so
how shall I put it?
worried.
Very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory then?
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Good boy.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
Yeah, well, we're trying to find him, so... Where's he at?
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
No.
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne.
Got a nice
and
tan,
of course, Mr.
though.
Hampton.
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious
Jealous
to find out
of
if
your
you know this
pigmentation,
part of town
ma'am.
well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Alright. Shoot, I just moved my arm a little bit and it counted as a step.
Sabrina, tell me about your true feelings for your boss.
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it, neither.
Oh, who's mocking you?
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
They're jealous. Jealous of your love.
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
Get over it, Tom.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate Sean Hampton?
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
All right. We're getting a lot of XP just from speaking to everybody. All right.
I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
Yeah, you should have, Tom. All right, I think I'm gonna call it here.